What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Twitter news story of the day. Here, it's a holiday, pretty much.
Holiday. Happy holidays.
Not the one you're thinking of that's later this week. It is July 1st, which is officially Bobby Bonilla Day. For those who are big baseball fans, you obviously know what Bobby Bonilla Day is. But for those who aren't, Tony, you want to explain to them what it means?
Yeah, so our man Bobby Bonilla, who hasn't played since 1999, had a great deal with the New York Mets, who seems that New York teams are just making all kinds of amazing deals around here, NBA and this one. Bonilla receives his 9th payment of $1.19 million today from the Mets. He will receive 16 more annually on July 1st through 2035. The 25 payments were to settle a $5.9 million debt in 2000.
So, yes, in the year 2000, the Mets wanted to buy Bobby Bonilla, a prominent baseball player in the late 80s, pretty much all throughout the 90s for the Pirates, the Mets, the Orioles, just a few teams that he played for. But in the year 2000, they wanted to buy him out of his contract. I think it was worth, like you said, $5.9 million. And rather than giving him the $5.9 million up front, in 2000, the Mets made a deal that starting in 2011, they would pay him close to $1.2 million a year every July 1st from 2011 all the way until 2035.
We'll be 40.
So, I'm not a math guy, but can you add this up for me?
Yes.
25 times $1.2 million.
25 times 1.
Just
wait, that was stupid. 25
times
1.2.
No, you're just... Dude, you could have just...
$30 million.
There we go. So rather than giving him 5.9 up front, they're paying him like 6 times the worth over this extended period. They're key players in the world of baseball right now who are making significantly less money than what Bobby Bonilla is right now. Most of the Pirates' starting lineup is not making more than $1.2 million. You take a look, Josh Bell isn't, Adam Frazier isn't, Kevin Newman isn't, Colin Moran isn't.
Josh Bell's making less than half that.
Yes, Francisco Lindor for the Indians, I believe, is not making that much money. So the idea that this guy who hasn't swung a baseball bat in a meaningful game since we were, in elementary school, before Tony and I pretty much were even in kindergarten, is just ridiculous. Is it the worst contract in sports history, Gar? Would you say?
Well,
the worst deal for a team?
For a team, yeah. For a player, I wish I was in a position in any job to maneuver a way to get paid every single, year, one day, that much money.
He's been out of the league for 20 years.
The other really awful contract that comes to mind is Rick DiPietro. I think
was it 30 years?
Something like that. That's another terrible one. Mm-hmm. Always got injured. Didn't play.
They broke his jaw.
Brent Johnson.
Hit him with the right.
But he was like, he signed for like 20 years. Something insane. So. They're definitely a handful, but Bonilla, for sure.
I'm confused. In 1999, did this make sense to the Mets? Like, how did this make sense?
This is a classic, and I always like to say this is a future Noah problem.
Yeah.
This is the equivalent of like a kid going to Duquesne for an art degree and taking out $100,000 worth of student loans, and then they graduate and they get a job at like PacSun, and they get an apartment on the south side that's like $1,000 a month for a studio, and they think like, oh, I don't have cable, so I'm saving money. But it's like, no, you're ruining your future, and that's what the Mets have done right now. They just pawned this off until now. They're paying someone. How many players think if you were to get drafted and have a full career with one team would be paid over 25 years by the same organization? Like less than 1%.
Right. Yes.
How many in the real world? How likely is it that you work at one place? You get one paycheck from one place for 25 years.
Never.
Maybe towards the tail end of your career.
Yeah.
But still, you think you retire at what, 70? 65? Let's say you retire at 65. So I guess you start there at 40 and you work all the way through. That's just nuts that this guy isn't even doing work for them.
Yeah.
Hasn't worked for them in, 20 years. and now he's just getting paid. I mean, July 1st, I would look forward to that day if I was Bobby Bonilla more than Christmas, more than New Year's, more than my birthday, more than anything. And it's literally, I mean, we looked up his net worth $27 million. He is his net worth. You could just play around with that money.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. It's not even a small amount. Like that can easily carry you through a year.
$1.2 million, even after taxes. Yeah,
That's
you're gravy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you could, again, we were just saying, you could just invest every single year for like half of that time. But if you cut 25 years, let's just say 10 of the 25 years, he decides, I'm just gonna start investing this and just invest 1.2 million in random stocks, and one of them's bound to hit, and you're just gonna. I mean, you could do anything with it.
Yeah.
He's the luckiest guy you could say ever, and from what I heard, he was like a dick. So like,
yep.
Yeah, good for him.
That's why they were trying to buy him out. They wanted to get rid of him.
I mean, he was a jerk to the media. I know that, but really good. First Pirates player to ever participate in the home run derby.
Really?
Guess how many home runs he hit?
0?
Correct.
Nice.
1990.
Just like Jason Bay.
I was gonna say Jason Bay.
Jason Bay also hit 0. Barry Bonds hit 2. Kutch hit 4. Pedro with 6.
So Josh
Bell, if he hits 13 on Monday, he will have more home runs
than all of them
and
combined.
than the collective total in Pirates history.
I bet he
And
does.
he will.
13? That'd be awesome. All right, we got off track, but congrats to Bobby Bonilla.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holiday week for everyone. This is, for some people, including myself, the best week of the summer. The way I look at it. So enjoy it, and enjoy it by listening to our podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at UandoPod. Subscribe, rate, review to our podcasts on iTunes or whatever platform you listen. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, Underpaid and Overrated. We'll see you next time.